Welcome back, folks, and thanks for sticking with us on this Sunday morning. Now, remember I told you about these creatures that you could meet? Well, right now we are talking to Mariana Trevino Wright. Now, she's from the National Butterfly Center. Thank you so much for coming in.
Thank you. Good morning.
Good morning. Now, before we get into all these fantastic creatures that, of course, I'm sure people are so interested in, tell me a little bit about the National Butterfly Center.
Well, the National Butterfly Center is located in Mission, Texas. It's off of Military Highway back there by the Veterans Cemetery and Benson State Park. And we're a 100-acre nature center and preserve dedicated primarily to butterflies. So we've been revegetating this property for about 16 years with a focus on providing host and nectar plants for butterflies. But when you get bugs, you get all the other wildlife too. So every day is kind of a safari. You go out, you never know what you're going to see. We've got reptiles and mammals and all of the native wildlife that belong in South Texas. Things that we used to be able to find in our communities and neighborhoods. But, you know, they've been pushed out due to our development and construction and activities. So it's a good thing. You know, we don't have animals like javelina and bobcat and coyote in most of our communities now, but you can still come experience them out at the National Butterfly Center.
Wow, how exciting. Now, how often do people come out? I mean, it's like a hidden gem, wouldn't
it? Really is, and we get tens of thousands of visitors every year. Some of them do stumble upon us. Perhaps they've gone to the hike and bike trails or they're headed to the state park, but we get tens of thousands of school children for field trips, of birders, because the number one food for migratory songbirds is caterpillars.
Oh my goodness.
So, you know, we're here for butterflies, but butterflies lay thousands of eggs, have, you know, hundreds of caterpillars, and that sustains the birds during times like migration right now. So we get lots of naturalists, we get lots of gardeners, people who are really interested in plants and having a beautiful landscape and learning about what belongs here, what's drought hardy, because of course no one likes paying that high water bill at the end of the month.
Of course not.
But you still want your yard to look beautiful. And then we just get the curiosity seekers who show up and go, what is this place? And so it's a fantastic day outdoors. And we're open 364 days a year from 8 to 5. The only day we're closed every year is Easter Sunday.
Wow, that's amazing.
So you can come out during the week, you can come out on the weekends. And on Earth Day, well, actually it's the day before Earth Day now, April 21st, we will be open to the public for free from 10 a.m. to noon.
Okay.
And we'll have the special programs people are always asking for, like a guided plant tour, lots of activities for the kids so the parents can be learning and listening, lots of activities for the kids where they can learn and gain the skills they need to be outdoors with confidence.
Definitely. And do you find yourself seeing that adults are as curious and asking questions just as much as kids would?
Oh, yeah. We have adults who come out and every time they'll say, oh my gosh, I learned something new. I never knew that. A few weeks ago, we had our Build a Bat House workshop. And that was all adults pretty much coming out to learn about bats and what they can do for our native bats. They built a bat house to put in their neighborhood because bats will eat our mosquitoes. They're the best mosquito control we can have. So yeah, adults come out always thinking, or often thinking, this will be a great way to run my child and have them take a good nap or go to sleep tonight and learn some things too. But the adults always leave with a new appreciation for our native habitat, our native wildlife, and the things that they can do to become good stewards of the land we have here in South Texas.
Wow, most definitely. I mean, it sounds like there's something always going on, whether it's, you know, it's definitely educational, of course. Every weekend there's something new going on where people can kind of learn all of that.
Pretty much. We've got activities that are almost always on our Facebook page.
Okay, perfect.
So our website has some good information, but for up to the minute and events in our calendar, the Facebook page, National Butterfly Center, is the best place to go to see what's happening, whether there's an admission fee, whether you need to pre-register. Of course, for our Meet the Creatures event on Saturday, April 21st, there's no registration required. It is free. It is free just for those 2 hours, so get there between 10 and 12.
Okay.
And we will have the hour by hour, or it'll probably be about every 15 minutes for those 2 hours, calendar of activities up on the
Wow.
Facebook page.
Wow, that's so exciting. And now what can people kind of expect? Any kind of spoilers you can give us on what people can expect that day?
Well, what we always try to do is have an assortment of our native wildlife
Okay.
and wildlife that does not belong in South Texas. That's why our event is Meet the Creatures. Spike, who is our giant African spurred tortoise,
Okay.
lives at the National Butterfly Center. He is not a native species.
Wow.
He's from Africa.
Okay.
He does not belong in
Right,
South Texas.
okay.
But people buy animals at pet stores and flea markets and other places that they think might make good pets, and then they don't make good pets. Another one of our fan favorites is Kim. She's a ball python.
Okay.
And Kim came to us, as so many other non-native species have, by someone who bought her and wanted her as a pet, and then realized, you know, this is, now that I have a family or children, or, you know, they're actually expensive to take care of, they outgrow their enclosures. It's a big responsibility. Wanted a place to release Kim into the wild,
Okay.
which no one should ever do. You should not release your non-native wildlife into the wild.
Right.
And so we're there to educate people about what belongs and what doesn't, what makes good pets, what
course,
doesn't.
exactly.
And, you know, people come and, for example, learn, oh my gosh, I never knew that guinea pigs were from South America.
Oh, wow.
You know?
Yes.
So interesting things like that, mostly featured around the animals.
Wow, it's exciting. It's going to be a very exciting day. Now, you said April 21st, correct?
April 21st, Saturday,
Saturday.
from 10 a.m. to noon, open for free. Get there at 10. Bring a picnic lunch if you want to. People are always invited to bring in food and beverage.
Perfect.
And you can picnic under the monarch palapa or in the bird feeding area, or even in the bird blind if you're a photographer and you want to camp out there for the afternoon.
Most definitely. Now, of course, if you can't make it on the 21st, definitely you should most definitely try to. But if you can't, make sure to keep up on Facebook, National Butterfly Center, and you can find out of all the events that are kind of happening throughout the year.
Yes.
Thank you so much for coming on the show. I really
Thank you
appreciate
for
it.
having me.
Thank you. All right, folks. Well, when we come back, we have all the details for the 10th annual Spring Festival. We'll be right back.